Good morning. Welcome to Michell Consulting's webinar series. Today we're going to be talking about Infor FACTS, the archive system. So before we begin, let's talk a little bit about what the archive is in FACTS and how it is used. The archive allows us within FACTS to save documentation in a paperless environment. This allows us to basically archive any reports, any document within the FACTS software. We'll be able to retrieve it and view it at a later time. As you can see here, you have some options under the archive system. You can view, so we can go and we can browse and we can see what we've archived. So in this case, we have a stock status report. And we can go ahead and see the information in here and look at what it is. So we have our stock status report here when it was run. Archiving allows us to view documents. We can print documents that are archived as well as a range of documents. So we can select our various documents here to print. We can store documents outside of FACTS. It allows us to store other types of information related to our business, but not exactly from the FACTS software. We can list the attributes of any of the archive information. We have the indexer. The indexer is a predefined view mode of the index files. We can sort our files. We can store our files. We can back up our archive to tape outside of the current system. We can back up to tape or diskette. We can also restore if we had to restore the information. We can rebuild the archive file if something goes wrong and there's information here. We can actually restore it. We can remove it, and then we have, of course, our setups. So we can set up the indexes, our controls, and so on. Let's see how that works. So we're going to go into sales order. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at a typical report. Now, the advantage of the archive is, as we know from FACTS, there are certain reports that we must print. Every time we run an update, we must print the update. All right? If we do not print the update, if we just view it, we're not able to process the entire flow. So here, what it allows me to do is save paper. So in this case, I'm going to run the daily sales register. We're going to run it for all departments. We're going to run it in a detail mode. And here, we're going to select to archive. So we're going to go to the print options. We're going to go to the properties. And we're going to select archive. Click OK. So now we have our archive. We can put a memo. So if we want, we can say this was the sales journal for June 1, 2010. We can choose our archive libraries. We can define different libraries, so we can rename these. So we can have a library for sales, a library for, say, accounting, a library for, say, warehouse, and so on. So we can easily store the information. So we're going to click OK. And what you're going to see here is we're running the standard report in FACTS. Okay, we don't have anything to print. But now we're going to go in and we're going to see our sales register. So here we can go ahead and we can print the distribution, right? And it's telling me if the archive is complete. If I say yes, now we've archived it and we have some options. We can continue with the archive. So we're not going to print, we're not going to view. We can view the information and we can also print. So if we want to view, we can see that the archive is complete and we can go ahead and view our information. And we have the ability of now of saying yes to update. Now if we go back to our archive, we can see here, if we go to the archive system, see that we've done our daily sales register. The archiving feature allows me to do that. Allows me to record basically any other report. So let's go back in and let's go into sales. So let's go into orders and let's look at the pick print ticket. As you can see, we can go here and we can select to print or reprint pick tickets. We can select the ones we want. Select, again, we're going to go to print options. We're going to set our properties. We're going to set this to archive. Again, we can put a memo. We can click OK. We can say that the archive is complete, and we can continue on without any printing purposes. Click OK. We have that feature. Within the system, if we go, for example, into inquiries, we can look at a document inquiry. Okay, and we have the ability down here of looking at the archive information. So you can look at any archives that are printed, any archive pick tickets, any archive invoices, and so on. This allows me to see all the information, again, relatively available within the FACTS software. You can, again, print what we've archived, so we can go here, and we can go directly to the ones we just did. You can see the pick ticket. Again, we can search our different libraries. You can also search on keywords. So we can call up a pick. And we can see here the ones we want. We can select the ones. And again, we can print. We can view the information. So if we look here at the last record we did, you can see what we have here. And we can actually go here and we can view it. Okay, and we can see the information of the pick ticket here that we printed. Or we can search this way and pick up, again, whatever we want. So we have our daily sales register. We can view the daily sales register. So the advantage of the archive system allows me to, in essence, go paperless, allows me to save printing. It also allows me to have that information readily available. The other advantage is when we're doing updates, like we're doing a posting of a sales journal or AP invoices, normally FACTS will not allow me to update unless I print some type of document. This way I don't have to print. I can actually view it, and I can keep it here on the system. The system allows me to go in at any given time, to look at the information, to print the information as I need it, to search, and eventually I can remove it. So again, archiving has that functionality, and it's available throughout the system. As we saw when we go into inquiries, in this case, we're going to do a document inquiry. Again, we have the ability here of looking at the archive invoices if we choose to archive all these invoices. So we can archive invoices as we have it. We put it up. This one I don't have it, but if the document was archived, you'd actually be able to see the archived document directly. So again, we like this feature because it allows us to save paper, allows us to easily store, easily retrieve, and back up any information. And again, this concludes our demo today on the archive system. Do we have any questions? Questions? Okay, well, again, we thank you for your time.